including quarterback. And Zach Pyron, Grayson, I guess Elite 11 stuff is happening again, which is kind of strange because, like, there's a lot of stuff that's back now that I'm sort of like, oh, yeah, we didn't have that last year. Or it's just like, it's just strange that there's a lot going on because I'm so used to there not being a lot going on now, right? So we are getting used to the camps being back and travel and all that stuff. So Zach Pyron, I saw one tweet from a recruiting analyst, didn't spell his name right, which is a little bit concerning. Yeah. But, outside of that, he did have nice things to say about Zach Pyron. Said he was a little bit underrated for where they had him. I think it was a 247 guy. So what did he do this past weekend to get people chattering?
Yeah, so Zach Pyron competed in the Elite 11 Regional in Nashville. Of course, this is a huge event. These events have been going on for, I think, the past month now in various cities. I know Dallas and Houston both had a regional as well. And, of course, the goal of this event is to get an invite into the Elite 11 finals. I believe they take 22 guys now to go to the finals and compete. And then, of course, after that competition, you have your Elite 11. And so that's kind of what the camp situation is like. So he went to this camp. He measured 6'3", get this, 218 pounds.
Oh, wow.
He is bigger than Kyron Drones was at this time in his career by 8 pounds, a significant margin. So really big kid. I actually talked to him a little bit about it, and I was like, man, you're going to be 225 pounds when you show up for high school ball. I mean, you're going to be running QB power and scoring 20 touchdowns this year. And he said, no, I'm trying to keep my weight where it's at. When I get to Baylor's when I'll get up to 225. So I think he's going to be right around that 218 mark for a while now. So don't expect him to continue blowing up and being, 235 when he gets on campus or anything like that. So 218, he ran a 4.8 40, 34-inch vertical. So really nice measurables there. He was a little... felt like he should have ran in the 4.7s. I think that's his normal time. But he competed really well. And I think everything you saw on Twitter, everything you've heard from the event is that everyone came away very impressed with him. I know a couple of the 247 guys had him as the second quarterback at the camp behind Ty Simpson, who, of course, is the 5-star, committed to Alabama. Very, very good player. Very good player. I mean, you turn on the film, Ty Simpson is phenomenal. And, I mean... I cover Baylor, but Ty Simpson, Baylor would have taken Ty Simpson a million times out of a million times. So a very, very good player there. But Pyron, according to many of these guys, right there with him. He showed, according to Greg Biggins, who is the guy you talked about, he had this to say about the camp, and this is firsthand experience. A live, accurate arm, ball jumps off his hand, able to roll out, throw from different arm angles, and seemed to get stronger as the camp went on. So very, very nice compliments there. I think when you hear those things, it reminds me a lot of kind of the things that people were scared of with Josh Allen when he went to the NFL, but he's been able to obviously correct those and turn into a very good quarterback. But just kind of that feel that I'm getting from Ty Simpson with his size reminds me a little bit of Josh Allen. I'm not sure he has the same arm as far as, Josh Allen could probably throw the ball 110 yards on the run. But I do think that Pyron does have the ability to get the ball out there. I think he's probably got a 75-yard arm, which is still insane. So very good weekend for him. Everyone's talking about his ranking rising, and please tell me it does, because right now he's an 85 3-star. I have had him right around that 88 mark, which would be a high 3-star, so a huge gap there. And I think that's where he fits in right now. Somewhere between 87 and 89 is probably where I would have him, and I'm sure that's where 247 will probably be moving him.
Yeah, and I would think, we're in this country right now, we're dealing with a lot of, log jams and supply lines, and, everything's just trying to get back to, I hate saying keep getting back to normal, but, everybody's trying to, get everything, kind of unwound from the last year and, straightened out and things like that. And so supply chains are messed up right now, and it's taking longer for stuff to get places because it's backed up and yada, yada, yada. Point being, I think that the recruiting rankings right now are absolute bupkis in so many ways because nobody's seen anybody. like, you can go off high school tape last year, but we know those rankings are normally compiled of a lot more than just high school tape. It's especially those camps. And so I think, if we don't see some type of massive shakeup in rankings, then either all of those guys are just so tremendous at their jobs that they never really needed camps to rank guys, which we know is not true, or there's about to be some massive changes in some of these rankings and guys like shooting up or, maybe moving down, what have you. But, yeah, it wouldn't be surprising at all because, I mean, they – like I'm not trying to harp on this, but don't even know how to spell the guy's name. And, he's a Baylor commit and whatever. They're not real relevant right now, kind of a deal. But, that's great that he had a good showing. And hopefully it opens some eyes and gets him the ranking that, he deserves, whatever that may be. A shade above what he is right now, right where he is, or much higher than he is. But regardless, yeah, these rankings are about to get shaken up a little bit.
Yeah, they will. As people get to see these guys in person, you're exactly right. They for sure will. If you watch film, that only does so much. You do need to see guys in person a lot of times to get the full picture. Mm-hmm. And so, yeah, I do think the ranking shifts are coming, and hopefully these guys stand true to their word and give Pyron what he kind of earned over the weekend. And I'm very curious to see if he does get the Elite 11 invite. That would be huge for him. It'd be huge for Baylor. It'd be huge for his ranking, of course. So I think he should know that in the next week or so, whether he's going to get that invite or not.